Hello and welcome to another one of my unboxing videos. I just want to preface this by saying sorry that I might sound a little bit off. It's because my kid came home from school and gave me his cold. So yeah, he was able to bounce right back, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty in doing so. So yeah, other than that, let's just get right into it. So starting off, I unwrapped this blue lace agate small slab. I do have a small tower in this material, but I figured I'd pick this up anyways because it was just such a good price. Blue lace agate tends to be a little hefty on, price, and I'm not too sure on exactly why that is. It just is. But because it was such a good price, these slabs were going fast, so much so that I almost didn't even get a piece. They were just flying off the shelf. So fortunately, I was able to, snag this little guy for my collection. Then the next two pieces I unwrapped are these amethyst with powlite phantom inclusion small towers. The purple is very faint and subtle, but you'll notice these phantoms here, which you might think are just light smoky phantoms, but they're not. That's the powlite, and I'll show you what makes these so special. Usually I'd wait to show this on my upcoming UV video, but I'm making an exception in this case because it's the main reason why I bought these. And here, as you can see, only the phantoms of powlite react to the UV. This phenomenon is quite rare, so when I saw that there was a new batch of these coming in, I had to grab not just one but a couple because who knows when or if pieces will be back on the market. But isn't that cool? Look how bright those phantoms are. And so yellow. It's just crazy cool. So sometimes during a live sale, Bellissima Crystals will set up a game to win a free crystal now and then as a gift, I guess, which is always fun. And that's this next crystal I unwrapped, and that is this white chalcedony stalagmite specimen. So I've explained what stalagmites and stalactites are multiple times in previous videos, so I won't be repeating myself here again. Instead, I'm just gonna point out the obvious phallic shape these shapes can look like and come in. I don't know, because it's funny. But definitely in this case, it's very prominent. Who needs one of those, male carvings that they, carve stones out of into when you could just, grab one of these instead? I mean, am I right? Much more natural. But all jokes aside, thank you so much for the free phallic crystal. I'm starting to have actually quite a nice little collection of stalagmites and stalactites going on now, so that's kind of cool too. So thanks again. Now, this next piece is definitely different. It is something I didn't have in my collection previously, and that is this rosacite with calcite growth specimen. So rosacite is very similar to malachite, and like malachite, it is also a secondary mineral found in the oxidization zone of copper-zinc deposits. Its color varies from a vibrant sky blue and Egyptian blue to a bluish green to green. Its shape that it comes in are these little balls, and if you were to look at this through a microscope, they look like hairy little balls. At least this specimen is green instead of blue, because then I'd have hairy blue balls. But okay, enough with the phallic humor. Honestly, I didn't plan on having this video be themed in that way. It just kind of happened. But anyway, I am really excited in having this in my collection because I don't have any rosacite yet. So yeah, pretty cool. Now the next thing I unwrapped is this nice chunk of black phantom selenite from Durango, Colorado. Now when you think of selenite, you might be picturing something like this. This isn't exactly selenite though, it's actually satin spar. Both selenite and satin spar are very similar though, and That's because they're both a type of gypsum. So, what makes the phantom? It's kind of a mystery. It could be gothite, or hell, it could be just some mud that's been caught in here. It's anybody's guess, really. Either way, it's unique, so I grabbed a piece. I will state, too, that like satin spar, selenite is very soft. And when I say soft, I mean it doesn't even come up in the Mohs scale of hardness, from what I can gather. So yeah, be very careful in handling it if you don't want it to, break or have little dents in it. Moving on to my next piece, which is this amethyst flower with hematite inclusion cluster specimen. This piece comes out of Spain, and you can actually see the red speckles in the piece when you look real close. And this is what gives the piece this beautiful red wine coloring, is, yeah, the hematite inclusion there. And I have amethyst, but I don't have hematite included amethyst. What determines it sort of like a red amethyst. So, yeah, just picked this one up because it was pretty. Now we're at the very last piece, which was also going to be a complete surprise for me in opening it because it was a gift. I had no clue what it was, and so that's why I left it for the last little bit here. And it turns out that it was a piece I was already eyeing, and that is this Amazonite specimen. So thank you, Bellissima, so much. It's going to get all the love it deserves on my shelf because I absolutely love it. And so what Amazonite is a variety of microcline. Its name comes from the fact it was discovered near the Amazon River in an unspecified area. It comes in this very Caribbean bluish green, and leaving it in the sunlight actually can sometimes enrich the coloring of Amazonite, which is interesting. Usually it's the other way around. Crystals get or lose their color in sun, but in the case of Amazonite, it's the opposite. It enriches the color. And that's the end of my haul. So if any of these crystals spoke to you, the crystal store or the shop will be linked in the description below. Again, sorry about my clogged up sounding voice and my scratchy voice. I am sick. It happens. But yeah, I've only got 2 more videos to go before I head off for vacation. So look out for those. Those will be coming soon. And yeah, thanks. Bye.